There's a thing that I'm going to be completely honest about and without any sort of script whatsoever because I feel this should have been probably mentioned in the last HRT Diary that I did like a couple days ago because that HRT Diary was made while I was so high above myself, my euphoria and all that sort of stuff and going on, which possibly blinded me for the situation that will be ongoing afterwards, and that is dealing with a breakup and the heartbreak. Because as the title of this video implies, heartbreak is way stronger when you're under HRT, at least MTF, male to female HRT. And it's not like a big issue. I mean, you usually open so much more to emotions, which is possibly good at this, at least. And it's positive that you open up to much more emotions like that. But I think you should be probably ready for this in certain situations where your emotions are more open and more intense, or like when you're taking HRT like this. So here's a little PSA for you. The situation kind of started when I was like messaging a whole barrage of overwhelming messages to my partner. And I'm not going into particular details of how this has exactly gone on, or who that is, or anything like that, because I don't want anybody to start a witch hunt on this particular person or something like that. But like the thing is, she broke up with me, and the thing about her breaking up with me is that suddenly all this intense feeling of dread and sadness and incredible pain. I felt like I was absolutely dying the moment she broke up with me, and it's very noticeable when you're taking HRT because previously to that, I especially felt like a lot of butterflies in the stomach regarding my partner, and especially more intense romantic feelings about her, which it might be understandably not suitable for her at that moment, maybe because she had like a bipolar um, mood swing by that moment or something like that. And she felt awkward and guilty about not being as romantically sort of like invested in me in some way or another. But like the thing is, I felt like I was Icarus flying too close to the sun and burning out and crashing down. I felt like all of a sudden my whole world crumbled down because I was so positive about this relationship, and I had such high expectations, maybe too high expectations about this relationship. So it all became crashing down, and the eventual effects of that is that I spent the next day, the whole morning, crying uncontrollably and uncontrollably in the office, at the bus, in the commute, in public especially, for like extended periods of time, and with until the point I became emotionally exhausted and completely just that, emotionally exhausted. If anything, this is normal. With male to female HRT, with feminizing HRT, you feel especially different in terms of feelings, not just in how heartbreaks are usually stronger and feeling like you're literally dying by that moment when you already feel like the intense heartbreak moment, but also in how you see relationships and how you see like how romantically invested you are in your partner or something like that. So take that as a warning, so just so you don't end up. I don't know. It's okay to feel like that in some way or another, but like be ready for like falling in a heartbreak to a point where you're not going to become so emotionally exhausted you'll only listen to ghost ballads and Slipknot snuff for whole days entirely, for an entire set of days. And this is like a normal feeling. This is like something normal that goes on. I noticed this especially the sort of butterflies in the stomach, the stronger emotions, like the stronger feeling of heartbreak, and like the stronger feelings of sadness, and crying out loud more openly and being more open with emotions that way, since I started like in one full month of HRT. Like this is like completely normal, and it's understandable because at least it feels more human. It feels like you're more comfortable with yourself in some way or another, and and it feels like you're more positive about yourself in some way or another because like you're not hating yourself that much. You're like allowing yourself the benefit of like just exposing all these emotions to people who you thought you wouldn't even want to share these emotions with. I feel like this is necessary as a part of HRT, and I feel like this is important to know because everybody who does feminizing HRT has to be ready for this sort of emotions. So, just be warned about that.